drunk motherfuckers to do upset in between the. I'm like, you don't want to do that.
That happened again.
It happened again? She's like, I'll give you a shot if you come up here and do a joke. And you go, my dick, testicle, balls.
There was just one guy like that. Yeah, and I don't think he knew about comedy.
You're starting to wean out, just like.
He didn't know anything about the light or what that was. So he just stayed.
And they're outside giving the line. Oh, what was that? There was a drunk guy too at the Thursday one. This happened with Jose Trujillo. With
what did he?
It was this dude.
Yeah.
That was like crazy, and he just started pulling things from the bucket, and then he just dumped the bucket.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, was that the original guy?
Was the original guy the skinny dude?
Yeah, that guy.
The original guy. That guy just got out of jail too.
Yeah, that's the guy. I was like, this is why I come to open mics, guys. That's exactly why I go to open mics. I don't even, it's just that. I know that kind of crazy shit's gonna happen. I'm just gonna have like, oh my God, this is hilarious.
He said, I'm the original. They call me the original.
That was pretty smooth when he did that.
Oh, he rubbed the N-word a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was saying the N-word a couple times.
It's,
Yeah, he was starting off strong, and then he weirded me out because he kept staring at me. So I think.
But he was looking for approval, like, and you didn't say anything, or did they be like?
I was smiling, but he was just like, yeah. And he said, but y'all didn't hear him? He's like, I like black men.
Oh yeah, he looked at you.
He looked at you. He looked at you.
He was like, I like black men.
Did he lick his lips when he did that, or
huh?
Did he lick his lips?
I don't know. He was just staring at me. I was like, yo, man, like, nah, I'm good. Good, that's your lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. But you just got out of jail.
He just got out of jail. Duh.
I was like, okay, you somebody's.
You remind me of my cellmate. I don't know. Like, I'm my soulmate. Are you my soulmate? My cellmate. I don't know.
But that was
top or bottom bunk.
But I remember that guy, man. That was an interesting mic.
That's the only reason to go to mics, especially downtown.
Yeah.
You don't know what crazy person just got out of jail.
Yeah.
And came out. Like, I was just thinking about this coming over here. Like, the police station right there. I bet you this dude gets a lot of guys that just came out of like, I'm free. I'm going to get a tattoo just to commemorate. That I didn't go to jail.
I would doubt
They
that.
just hold them there for a minute before they take them downtown, though.
Oh, yeah. I've only paid tickets here at this location, I think.
When this shit first opened up, like it was brand fucking new,
Yeah.
was one of the first times I got caught with anything. I got caught with an ounce of weed. And then they locked us up in their little fucking cages when I was 17.
Dude, like, brand new, you're like, damn, this is nice.
Oh, dude, it was stupid. So all the little cages surrounded the center part where their desks were.
Yeah.
And these fuckers had a little bag of fucking swag, you know, an ounce of dirt weed. And they were like posing with the shit. Like, yeah, look what we got. We made a bust.
Really?
Yeah. And we were like just laughing at them because we're in the fucking like little dog kennel and shit. Just looking at them.
Like,
this is dumb.
for weed, too. For an ounce of weed.
For an ounce. That was back in the day when everybody made a big whoop.
Yeah.
Now it's $60 at the dispensary. That's on the
It's
park.
back in the day, back in the
Dark
90s
matter, no plug.
when overalls were sick. I had a pair of overalls and fucking an Iverson jersey on. And shell toes. I remember my outfit.
Oh, dude. That
So you look like a drug dealer in a 90s movie. All right, cool.
Pretty much.
Cool, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly
I was
much,
selling weed
bro.
around that time, though. That's why I had that shit.
I probably bought some from you, I'm pretty sure. What year was this?
This would have been 96, maybe?
Oh, no, never mind. I wasn't here.
Oh, Tupac's still alive now. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I had just turned 17, I think. Something like that.
Okay.
Wait, how old are you?
46.
Oh, holy shit. I thought you were younger than that. Oh, wow.
You don't look your age, though, man.
I'm not the oldest in the room. I like that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm old.
In comedy, I'm always the old guy. It sucks. It sucks.
Sorry, man. We're all fucking old, man. At this point.
I'm young in comedy, old in age.
Yeah, black don't crack, though. I think we all age well, though.
I think comedy keeps you young, for sure. For sure.
I
That and weed. I mean, I don't know.
man, I guess you could say that. You could say that. I don't really know too many comics that look like age badly
Right?
that I can remember.
Well, any
off the
good
top of my
ones.
head. They're the good ones.
Dude, I've been learning I have a fucking short temper lately. I guess I've always been like this, but never really like been
Really?
triggered. Remember how I was yelling? How I told you I yelled at fucking Tonali?
Oh yeah, you went
Yeah,
off on that.
like a few weeks ago at the strip, she was asking me some shit and just like asked me why I was defensive or some shit, and then I was just like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Are you?
And then started saying horrible shit. Dude, I started doing that to Jacob yesterday.
What the fuck?
Well, it's because sometimes they do get a little bit.
Dude,
He's barely starting to comedy.
It's
Honey.
gonna get worse.
Oh, honey, it's gonna get worse. Oh my god, it's gonna get terrible.
Bro, because he always complains about the fucking like the sheet. Like he brings it up and he's like, "Are these people even here? Are you signing people up?" And I'm like, "So what if I am? Like, I don't answer to you." And then he kept saying some shit. And then he was like, "Well, you know this and that." And I was like, "It's because you're a whiny little bitch." Just started fucking.
Is Sparsa Jacob and Sparsa?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I started, after I said like shit like that, I was just like being mean. And then he wouldn't answer anymore. And that's when I know I was like, oh shit, I'm being too mean. He was just like, man.
Because there's this weird level of like assholeness and niceness that you have to have like for you to get away with that. Like because you're gonna be an ass, you're gonna get dirty, but like hey, kind of like you gotta throw in that jab.
Yeah. You're right there in the middle.
Yeah, there's like a really sweet spot.
Yeah, you're
to be like, you know what, you're a piece of shit. But no offense.
I was being, dude, after I was so mean and then he was just answering weird, then I was like, I love you, Jacob.
Oh no, never.
See, only you can get away with this shit, bro.
I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Just smoke some weed, okay? That's how you solve about
like
99% of any problem with a comic. You're like, let's just smoke some weed, bro. It's fine.
That's like the third time he's done that to me. So it's just like,
and don't worry, he'll forget about it anyway. And like,
Yeah, he'll forget about it, bro.
oh, this one I don't even care about apologizing. Yeah. So Nolly, I was thinking like, shit, I was really mean. Maybe I should say sorry. And then Otis was like, fuck that shit.
No, man. Fuck that.
I mean, sometimes comics are not your cup of tea. I don't know how to say this very diplomatically, but
It's a hair trigger, man.
One time I accidentally slapped Jacob in the face. Because I think he was high, bro. He didn't realize he burnt me with a cigarette. But he burnt my elbow, but I don't think he realized it. And he went like that and burnt me by accident. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And I went like that. What are you doing?
Oh my
He was
God.
just like, he just looked at me and I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? He's like, but he was just kind of stone-faced.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was, hey, man, like, I apologize for slapping you. He's like, you slapped me? I was like, no, the other day he's like, I don't remember, man.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah,
All right, this is good to know.
He's
Good
like,
to
my
hear.
bad if I burnt you. I was like, oh, we're good. He's like, all right, man, we're good
I
at
feel like with most comics, if you're cool, like we have our tempers. Like we all have, so like we know we're not. All right, we took it too far, but like most of the time we know that it's not gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna me shit about this later. Okay,
Yeah.
you're not gonna. It's like, all right, yeah. Like, I'm sorry I did that because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do something terrible next time. So we're gonna be even pretty soon.
Those two times though, I snapped quick, like super short temper. It went from like 0 to fuck you, like instantly.
Hey, man.
They hit you right in the right
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. And then, plus, you can get, like I said, you can get away with it, bro, because you have this
I hope
certain
so.
personality. Like, you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I think he can too. He's the same kind of thing.
What? No, I'm an asshole all around. That's it. Like,
yeah, but you're like a good sarcastic asshole.
Well, I'm not I'm gonna try not to be an asshole. I'm blunt. That's
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
You know, that's it.
But people respect that. You don't
Yeah.
never change. That's why everybody
Yeah,
like.
I mean,
that's why I always
that.
like Gibbs, because regardless of anything, he'll come in the room sometimes when we're doing some shit, and he'll just say something like, "Some people shouldn't do comedy." And he'll walk off and I'm like this.
I mean, I won't tell them to their face.
And I'm like, what
But
the
I'd be like, I mean, I have my comments, but I will never tell it to somebody. Oh, that's
No, he
hard.
never
It'd be
does.
heartbreaking. Like, quit comedy. Like, oh, that would be the worst thing to say to somebody. Honestly, that's like, come on, that's your dream. You're trying. Like, even if you suck, like, who am I to tell you you're not gonna make it? You're not. But I'm not the one to tell you that.
What was that one time we were outside of Austin? We walked into this open mic, and
Oh.
this guy's talking to us like this. Thank God I don't have to do these anymore. Instead, I was like, all the other guys at open mics are looking at him like, thank God I don't sit there and listen to god awful fucking shit anymore and sit through the open mics anymore.
Bullshit open mic here. Oh, this is the comedy now.
I was just sitting there like this, and people were turning around looking like, can we just walk out? Can we do a quick like pass through and we just walk right out, bro? And he says that shit. And he just,
It was just hilarious to see their reactions. Come on.
I was like, only you get away with some shit like that.
Dude, when
bro.
I was 3 months into comedy, one of my fucking old coworkers, this tattooer, scary looking cholo, fucking cool as shit, he stopped by.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, I saw you're doing comedy now. And then he was like, he wouldn't say anything else. And then right before he like left, he was like, don't do comedy no more, bro. You should quit. He said that shit? Yeah, dude. And it was all fucked up. I was like, fuck you. I'm not quitting. What are you talking
But he was
about?
being sarcastic.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, damn, bro.
Who are you?
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I got stoked because this is the same thing that happened when I was tattooing. When I first started tattooing,
Yeah.
they were like, I don't think tattooing's for you, man. You should quit. Someone telling me that shit. And then I ended up getting super good, and I'm just like, oh, shit, it's
when you
on
learn
now,
things,
bitch.
it's when you learn things out of spite. That is my favorite thing to do. Like, oh, you don't think I can do this? Like, I'm gonna show you.
So it was that same pattern. So I kind of got hyped. I was like, yeah, it's fucking on now, bitch.
Oh, man. It's like a premonition.
Oh, you think I'm gonna show you? I'm gonna show you. Yeah.
You think I'm gonna
That's
quit
that
because you
spite.
told
It's
me
that
to quit?
spite that drives.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you better. Trust me. That's
Yeah.
I
works.
totally agree with that, bro. And like I said, I think if you're consistent, you're good.
Yeah.
Even if you're consistently bad, you know. I'm not saying you per se.
No,
saying
I'm
that.
thinking about the other people.
I mean, you're consistent. That's enough. I mean, as long as
quit now, man.
you're consistent, that is not a good thing. I don't feel like that's a compliment if it just stops it there. Hey, man, you're consistent. Okay.
I was thinking more of the
Take that
know,
as you wish.
the serial killer at the open mic.
Hey, it's better to be that than somebody go after your show, go, hey, man, nice shoes. They don't even say nothing about your comedy. Go, hey, man, nice shoes, man.
Thanks. What do you think about my set? All right.
Wings or pizza? You're like, what? Wings or pizza? Wings.
You want a drink? Can I buy you a drink? Can I just want you to tell me how you did my set? No drink. All right.
Well, sometimes customers be doing, like people in the audience be doing that when they leave. Ah, you're hella funny. You know, with the lineup.
That's
Oh,
cool.
you're hella funny. Oh, you're good.
And then they
All right, man.
or they don't even acknowledge that one person. All right, and just walk, just keep going. You're like,
Oh,
okay. Ow.
You're like, damn.
That's fucking cold. I used to be that. I was that guy once. That's fucking cold, bro. You sitting there like this. And it's an all black show. All the black people like, man, you were funny. And I'm the only black person on the show and got no acknowledgement. Everybody's like, you funny, man. You funny. Hey, man, you. What's your name again? I was like, that's fucked up, man. That is so cold, bro.
It's like that with
That's,
tattoos, too, though.
that's the worst when it's like big celebrity comics. You know, no matter how much you killed or anything, you could have done great. You're like, oh my God, I saw you in these movies. You're like, and you, hey man, good job. You just fucking walk away. You're like, all right, thanks.
Got up there.
Hey, yeah, I'm trying.
Dude,
You'll get him next time.
I'll get him next time. The worst is like when like is in the comic and you kind of vouch for that comic. You're like, hey man, this
Oh,
my
that's
guy.
gonna suck.
That's my guy. You're like, all right, man. You give him the thing, then you go, all right, man, do your thing, and then the guy eats a dick up there. That's your guy, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That's the worst. That's the worst. That is the worst. Is this what you're bringing me? Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that you think it's good. Oh, okay. Okay. I can see.
That's really like, oh man, I'll bring somebody. All right, man. And he's like, oh man, don't ever do that.
Is this what you're bringing me? Is this what you're bringing to these? Okay.
This kind of shit you like, huh?
Oh my God, I've gotten that.
Really?
Dude. Yeah.
And some of the worst one, like I know that as a host, you take the bullet, as they say, but it's even worse when you just get no response. Like you're hosting, you're eating a dick up there, to the point where you eat a dick so bad. As a host, you're supposed to be a hype man, but the audience is like, nah, you ate a dick so bad, you don't even get our energy.
Yeah. They're like, are you guys doing your next comic?
Damn.
That's bad, dog. With the features like this, oh fuck, now I gotta bring this room back up.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That never happened with Otis, by the way. I've worked with Otis a lot of times, and that's never happened.
But
It's actually
But you know,
really
on top, it's like you're like this. Fuck.
I've seen it happen. Mostly with LA actor comics that I've done like casino work.
Yeah.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh,
and
shit.
it's like, here we go.
Yeah.
They're like, I could host.
But you can't tell them shit. Like some people, like I remember. Oh, hang on.
I know what I'm doing, man. This
Yeah.
girl just doesn't get my stuff. Okay, it's them.
shit.
They're the problem.
Yeah. And one dude's like, I'm just doing this for improv. They're not even doing comedy because they like comedy. They just go, I'm doing this for improv.
That's what they tell themselves on the head because they suck. Okay, that's how they keep going. That's how they keep the gun away from their mouth. That's exactly what they have to tell themselves. I'm sorry, I don't even.
It's like, I'm doing this for improv. And then I remember this dude, went to open mic. I think it had to be in Austin. He's like, I'm an actor. He kept telling everybody that. And he ate a dick, and then the host was like, well, give it up for the actor. Too bad he can't act like he's funny. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, bro. And he was just sitting there like, whatever, man. He had like what do you call those? He had his headshots, like he had his whole package with him, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he a white dude?
Yeah.
What was his first name?
I don't remember. He was a white dude. Like he looked like, but he had like the perfect chin. The hair was all perfect. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he looked like an actor.
It wasn't his first name wasn't Eddie, was it?
I can't remember, but
I
it sounds familiar. Bro.
I feel like we work with the same guy. I won't say last names. That's all I'm saying. But
homeboy had his whole package with him, like a little manila folder and shit, like
Damn.
ready to go. And he's all like, but the thing is, he ate a dick, but he still got coochie after that. He was a good-looking dude. Ate a dick and still was getting coochie afterwards.
Oh, I'm pretty sure some girl like, that's okay. I'm pretty sure you're funny.
Pity fuck.
Let's see if you're really funny.
You just don't get your stuff.
Yeah. You don't get through your stuff.
Man, I don't understand you. I'm
That's actually, that's when you know you're finding a girl, after you bomb a girl, like if the girl loves you, you'd be like, that's okay. They don't get you. Yeah, that's okay, baby.
You're the one.
You'll get him next time. You're like, all right, thank you. After saying that.
Yeah. You know who I feel sorry for though times? You know how we've been open mics and somebody does an open mic for the first time.
Yeah.
And they bring all their coworkers. They bring everybody for their job. Wow. And you know one time you're like, oh, it's full.
Why would
here.
you do that?
And then you eat a dick in front of the coworkers, dog. That is hard because once you eat a dick in front of your coworkers, you gotta clock back in the next day. Dog.
And you know what? Isn't that usually when you bring them, when they're doing an open mic for the first time, and somebody that's been doing an open mic, you're like, all right, I think I'm good enough to let people that I know that I do comedy, and then they bring them, and then that happens, and then you're like, yep, that will get some people out of the game.
Kind of fucked up for the coworkers too, man. Like,
but
you
you
just
know
didn't laugh for your boy. Like,
But you know who it's great for?
Fake laugh.
Us comics, so we finally get an audience. We're like this. All right, an audience. He ain't a dick, but fuck you, man. We got an audience.
That's people
Hey,
here.
thank you for bringing them, man. I think I'm gonna hook up with one of your fucking office workers.
It's like that too.
That's true though.
They're like, thank you for the audience, dog. You're like, yeah, I gotta clock in tomorrow.
There's people here. Fuck
Dude, there's been times when you're just happy there's people, but you
Hell yeah.
realize, oh, this person, this is his first time. He brought 30 motherfuckers with him, and they all came to see him. And you're like, oh man, this is perfect. Thank you, my guy. And but it's also surprising when the opposite happens.
Yeah.
When they do good, and you're like, and then some people do that great, and then they just disappear. You don't see them anymore, dog. You don't see them anymore, bro.
Phoenix had crowds like that sometimes. It'd be whole fucking like.
Well,
work
the
crews.
military usually brings those.
Yeah. When Garrick first started showing up around here, he would bring his whole team.
He brings his whole squad,
Yeah, that
bro.
shit was tight.
He told me like, I shouldn't tell his business, but he told me like, oh yeah, he would bring his squad, and then one of the cats got DUI and shit. So like,
Damn.
Black Luke, no more.
But I'm like, my man,
Ruined it for everybody.
I'm like, dude, you call an Uber, motherfucker. It's not my fault.
Oh, dude.
It's El Paso, brother.
I found
Uber's
out
drunk,
why
too.
Sean doesn't come to the fucking La Bang Bang.
Oh, what?
Because the one time he came before,
Yeah.
it was Pride. It was one of the Pride Month shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one where fucking Gus had a giant fucking dildo in his shit.
I remember that.
And so when he brought all his fucking buddies, they were like, "Did you bring us to a gay bar?" So now anytime he's like, "Yo, you want to go to the spot?" They're like,
Nah, we're good. Le Bang Bang is Spanish for it's a gay bar.
They're like, nah,
No, there's always that one friend like, I had no problem with it.
And then the dude with the kilt too. So
That's what I'm saying.
so they all just think it's a gay bar now. They're like, "Nah, we're good."
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. Hey, you want to go to the comedy club? Is it gay? Was the gay bar? No, the comedy club. Well, the only comedy I've ever seen is the gay bar.
It's,
Hey, what would consider bang? No, I mean it's in the. I wouldn't even consider that really. I never looked at the Bang Bang like that.
Neither did I. I didn't even think about it until he explained it to me. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was during Pride Month."
There's a lot of bars down there in that area. They're the gay area, right? Isn't there like?
Yeah, but
That's
more
what I
up the
heard. There's a
street,
gay
though.
area. Yeah.
That's up the street.
Where was the San Antonio mining? Like this, is how old I am. This is where the OP was, like Ochoa, and it was
Oh,
around
I
that
remember
area.
that spot.
It's around that, a little bit further down.
Yeah, it's a little further down.
The OP.
Funny how we all know where.
We used to do comedy there too, open mics. It was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. Yeah.
Imagine, like,
Every Sunday at the OP, we used to have an open mic, and it was weird
Really?
because sometimes they have those phone parties or those drag shows, and it would be packed. So we had like spillage like into the
That's
into the
pretty cool,
room.
man.
So
Hey, if you make
Get a crowd.
get a drag queen to laugh, you're good, dog.
oh yeah, oh no, they're hilarious. By the way, the drag queens were hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Shit, I'm trying to. All right, we're good. I was having a thought, but then I lost it. I was like, "This is it really?" No, because like, I'm trying to think. Is it really gay? No, it's not.
What? The Bang Bang?
Yeah, I just put the name. But the wings there are so great.
I like the food there. That
Dude,
shit's
the
good,
food
man.
is. I love that place. It's our new spot. It replaced the Shack for me.
Really?
Yeah, it did. The Shack I'm sorry, Shack lost his luster.
It fell off?
It fell off.
bro.
Hey, I went in there. It was like a club in there. They play loud music. You can't hear nothing
Dude,
no
you
more.
don't like track one?
Track one is overrated in my book. I'm sorry. Everybody's like, "Oh, you got it." Just been
I
here
like
for 30
I
years.
like track one. I'm not
It's
even
good.
lying.
I've never
I'm not
been there.
saying
Where's
it's-
that spot?
It's like right over there on Montana.
Let's go
and
right now to track one.
It's like Montana. I forgot where it is. Montana.
It's right by the comic strip.
Yeah, right by the
Oh,
comic
right
strip.
there.
Montana and Airway, kind of like in
Okay.
LA.
Yeah,
area, dog.
it's the street. God, it's
behind the strip, basically.
Yeah.
The strip behind the. But thing is,
it's an old train car.
it's like old train cars, but it's like it
The
has an.
spot's an old train car?
Yeah, there are a bunch of
Yeah.
old train cars. That's actually
It's
they're
what
all
you
put
actually
together.
sit and eat in it, man.
That sounds cool.
It's cool,
Yeah,
man.
it's
The double dip wings of the shit.
Double
bro.
dip wings. Those are the ones. I double dip lemon pepper. I fucking pop.
They are good. I'm not gonna front act like it, but they
It
haven't
sounds
expanded.
great. I want to go.
They haven't expanded, my man.
Yeah, it's
They've
always
been-
like a wave.
Yeah, it's been in a
Oh.
good spot, bro, for the good shit.
Yeah.
But if it's them been that good, how come they haven't spread around and
God, I want wings now. You son of a bitch.
I miss being
I'm
right.
This
hungry.
whole train fucking thing you're talking about. That sounds sick.
We should definitely go. Like I'm down to.
Yeah.
I'm down to go.
we should go, bro. And also, you got to go to the bodega with us.
Bodega.
It's a bodega downtown, right across
Across
the
from Church
Guys, I get my
Farm.
weed from dispensaries now. Okay, I don't need bodegas anymore.
I'm just being
Say
real.
the secret password,
Yeah.
bro.
But every time we have a guest, we're gonna have them go to bodega, eat chopped cheese with us, and then we introduce you as our guest when we eat chopped cheese. And
So
you
far, that's been the idea, but it hasn't happened yet.
well, homeboy,
What? Where is this bodega now?
Right across-
Across from Church Bar.
of course, across from Church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, all right. I know which one. Okay, I know.
Yeah,
I
some
remember what
Arabic
you're
dudes
talking
work
about.
there too.
So you gotta have
it's
a chopped
Arabic.
cheese.
The deli is it the Jewish deli?
Yeah.
It's kind of deli.
Are they
yeah.
Jewish? I don't know.
I don't think they're Jewish though.
I don't
Could
know. I
be
just
Israeli Jews.
whenever I think deli, I think of
Could,
Jewish.
yeah, maybe you are.
Because they have the big sandwiches, like the New York deli they have over here in Mesa too.
Kind of like yeah. It's right.
Yeah.
Nico took me to that one. It's right over there by Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's actually I like that one. Just as
What?
good. That's the one we need to go to. The one that was so good.
Do that.
Because these big New York style sandwiches, bro.
All right, we'll go.
Sounds great.
We'll go to that one then.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry now. What the hell?
I know.
We're
this
talking
is
about
sounding-
these
yeah,
foods,
this food thing
guys.
is
Ain't
sounding
no wrong
good.
with
Like,
it. No wrong with it. We gotta
the
have
chopped
a
cheese thing is good, but man, if you stay in there too long, your clothes are gonna smell like chopped cheese for like the rest of the week.
Nice.
Nice, but I didn't like it. I can't wash the beanie, so this shit smelled like.
One-
I'm just
one-
smelling this
one of-
shit like.
One of the first places we did comedy was this place called British Bulldog on the far east side.
Yeah.
And they had like a little fryer grill, but the whole place just smelled like French fry. Like if we were there that Sunday doing shows, we'll smell like a fucking French fry every day.
For real. I don't want to smell like French fries. Dog. It depends if they're seasoned. I don't want to smell like French fries, dog.
Well, what is it? The other thing? Cheese with?
Chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese?
It's basically like what
Grease.
is it? It's like fucking hamburger meat chopped up with a bunch of shit into a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think you'll like it, bro. You try.
pretty
it out.
good.
Well, either way, we're gonna be in the deli. We got to do it because every time we introduce.
I don't want to talk about food anymore, guys, because I'm hungry now, and we're not gonna go to the deli right now. So you need to shut up.
I want to ask a key question.
I mean,
Since
could.
we have Gibbs here, dog. Because I know you have your comedy, or you also do magic. And the thing about him,
Yeah.
after I watched him throughout the years, he got now it's like he has two fucking deadly weapons now, because he has his magic and then he has his set now. So now I'm kind of like envious of him because I'm like, this motherfucker not only has a tight set now, but now he has his fucking magic. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. Oh yeah, if he does the backflip, it's over for all of us. You feel what I'm saying? It's just over, dog. It's over, bro.
It took me it took me a while to do the comedy though. Like I used the magic to kind of like make it easy. If I would have just done comedy, I don't think I would have done this for. I would have said like if I would have bombed the first 3 times doing stand up, I would have never done it again. I was like, this is
Really?
not for me. Yeah.
So you were just doing straight magic at
Yeah.
first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that helped me kind of. Like I would do a couple of jokes or like start building a set, and then if it didn't work, if I start not getting laughs, I was like, all right, magic it is, you know.
Huh.
So just little by little, it's like start building it like that. So
Yeah.
it's like the best crutch ever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, it
What
worked.
was your first magic trick?
Disappearing. It was just a disappearing bill. It's like you put it in your hand, it disappeared. And I saw this done at a fair in Juarez. And I was like, that's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, do you get to keep the money afterwards? Like, can you make it reappear? Like, and they're like, yeah. And I bought it.
You ever do that one anymore?
Yeah, actually, I
Yeah?
did sometimes, yeah.
Nice.
But I remember, well, at the time, there's different ways to do that, but at the time it was just, I remember thinking, like, oh my God, what could it be? It's got to be some sort of device that, like, some sort of electronic device, a very expensive thing. It was just a tube with a string attached that it just kind of pulled into your sleeve or into your side of you.
Oh.
But it was like, it just went, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the reaction you get when all your belief in magic just breaks down into that it's all bullshit. That's exactly that's all it took. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's what this means. I fell for it. I paid how much for this string attached to this tube? We're like, this is shit that I had around my house.
So who's your favorite magician? Like, who's your favorite? Like,
Amazing Jonathan, that guy knew it. Magician, Penn and Teller, you know, the guys
Oh,
that
yeah,
I
that's
always
classic.
watch growing up. But like,
Yeah.
oh, that's funny, it's great. Matt King, you know, it's always, I like the funny aspect. I like the laugh
okay.
factor.
all right.
When I saw the Amazing Jonathan, I was like, that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do.
Nice,
It was
man.
funny and it was making fun of magic. So magicians are kind of, how to put this nicely, douches, most of them. But, not all of them. But it
Right.
says that persona. I was like, come on, it's like, everybody knows it's a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a play on that. I like.
Oh man.
I'm starting to change it up a little bit, actually. They're making me do more magic because I just make fun of it before. I didn't give a fuck. I just started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I was like, all right, I got to do some magic. Like, so I kind of alternate. And I'm still building my set, too. It's like, it's always, I think, like, you never stop building your set. It's always like a work.
Always.
Like, it's constantly just reworking and we're adding new stuff and reworking old stuff. And
Do you want to just straight stop magic? I remember you were talking about that.
it's not, if people want it, why not get
Yeah.
paid for it? You know,
It's
like
gotta still
I'm
be
a
fun.
whore.
It
I'm
looks
a
like
whore
you
when
did
it
it.
comes to that. Like, as long as they pay me enough,
Yeah.
I'll do it. You know, like I used to do photography, and I don't do weddings. But if they tell me I'll give you $10,000 to do a wedding, I'm like, yes, I will be right there, no problem. You know, because that's how much money it would take. So
I'm in the
I'm
same-
never gonna say,
yeah.
oh, I'm gonna quit magic because if somebody came to me and told me like, we have this much, you're like, yes, I'll get my case, get my cooler.
I'm in that same department. I don't want to do weddings either, but they
Yeah,
offer
it's if the
me,
money's right.
you
It's
know,
like that's not.
I'll do it for
I'm not.
5K.
I'm not in this. I'm not gonna ever say, oh, I'm an artist and I'm above beyond that. Like no, it's about what.
man.
Like I'll do it for
audiences want.
5K and I'll split it with you.
Yeah.
Let's work this wedding.
Oh, exactly what it. That's exactly what I would do. Oh, 10K, I got you. And I would just hire 3 photographers that would do everything. I would just be like, you go here. Like I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. But I mean, he's very like charismatic when he like you see in the middle of a set when he combines. 'Cause I observe everybody.
Yeah.
The comedy and the magic, but then he does like crowd work in between, and he
Yeah.
engages the audience, and then they engage with him. So if you kind of watch it, you kind of like, wow, this is kind of like, and some stuff is on the fly.
I'm still learning that too, by the way. I was just I was traveling with Adam,
Yeah.
and he has such an amazing way that he does that crowd interaction.
Yeah.
That and it's not imitation. It's more like understanding how they're doing it. So to how it applies to what you're doing.
Yeah.
That I kind of learned, and we did 3 weeks on the road together, so that kind of helped. And right now I'm like seeing that, like, how can I make that work better for exactly what you're saying is that likability, that like stage presence,
You have it.
and I'm trying to figure out still, but it's like I'm on the right track because everything, little things that I've implemented are working on that, like connecting better with crowds and stuff like that.
Have you been doing it more? You got some
Yeah,
experience?
more like it's just little things, tweaks in your delivery and like how you interact with the crowd. It's like one of the things that he said that I keep just repeating to myself is you don't ask the crowd questions, you tell them stuff. Like you don't ask somebody, oh, are you married, single? No, like, no, you tell them like, oh, you look like you're married. Oh, you're not? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you are? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Again, that's the level.
That makes sense. It leads
That
right to your
kind of,
punchline.
right. That's the kind of stuff, but that's the kind of stuff I'm like, I'm still learning. Like it depends when you're working at the time. It's not, I don't feel like it's ever going to be a time that I'm like, all right, I think I got this. I think I finally figured it out.
I think that's the beauty of comedy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's why I keep doing it.
Yeah.
Everything else that I've gotten like that, like photography was kind of like that. It's like, oh, I figured out how this is done. Okay, I got a couple awards, validation. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't need to do it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, but with comedy, it's like, oh, there's another thing that I have to learn.
Yeah.
Got it, man.
It's
Hell
consistent. It's like building Lego blocks, man. It's just consistent.
Yeah.
It never changes. That's why I love comedy so much. I always observe. I'm an observer of people. Sometimes if you just sit back and just stay quiet and just observe, you learn so much sometimes without even saying shit. That's why I open mics, I used to learn like, okay, I want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Well, also understanding like, oh, what are the new kids doing? Like,
Exactly.
adapt or die. You know, like you can't stay in your ways. Like, oh, I got this. This is how it's funny. Like, no, like comedy evolves. Like every 10 years or so, like there's new comics. Like what was considered alternate comedy back then, now it's like mainstream. Like so, it's like this.
I totally
just
agree.
like you said, that's why I go to open mics. I just want to see what's going on. What's relevant right now? Who's getting what reactions based on what? And
What would you consider alt comedy? Yeah, like what?
alternate comedy is just any new type of comedy right now. Like any kind of new stuff that right now is like you look at it like, oh, this is weird and new.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah,
Where it's not like
weird
just a
stuff.
typical like setup.
Well,
This,
like yeah,
this.
exactly. Like think about or think about just not even that. It's who is like Patton Oswalt. That's like now you consider just a regular comic.
Right.
When he started, he was an alternate comic.
Interesting.
But you don't see that now because of again how things started. You're like, oh, that's old school comedy. Like it's not. At one point, it was alternative comedy.
Right.
So that's just, so alternate comedy would always be that new thing. That's
Can we
I totally agree.
turn your mic?
oh, sorry. Is
So
that better?
it's not
Is that better?
sideways. Yeah, because I keep more thinking it's maybe hitting your shirt.
Hopefully it is. Hopefully I hope not. I hope you guys didn't
That's
get
happened
into
last
this.
time. We had a
It happened
bomb-ass
before. That's why I
conversation.
keep looking at it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
I thought you were staring at my tits. That's the whole thing.
That's why. That's
My
why
eyes
you
are
do
up
that. Like, hey,
here.
what's that?
Please.
That's it,
Gotta get HR done.
bro. La bang bang.
Stupid, bro. Dog. It's stupid.
A good callback. It's like, that's good. That's how you wrap it up. That's how you put it.
We learned it.
Back to the beginning. Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, man. It's a consistent learning process, dog.
Did you ever see that show, fucking Crashing, the Pete Holmes?
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, because remember he gets into that like alt comic scene, right? And then it was like they had the twins on there, those two black dudes.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah. So I was
Chad
just
Silverman
curious.
was in that show. That's the only thing that I hate about the show. He just shows up into New York and right away he like meets all these famous comics.
Yeah.
And they're like he's staying with some of them. I'm like, I don't think this is what. I mean, maybe, right? That could happen. But it's just like, I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
it has to happen,
Like Artie
but not
Lang
like.
bringing him under his wing like instantly. Like yeah.
Yeah, but usually not that nice. Like I've heard some stories.
Have you done comedy in New York?
Yes. Not New York, around New York.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like around the area. I got invited to do a couple of things in New York, but it was always like, I would later find out like, oh, those are just, they prey on comics. Like these type of clubs prey on comics. There's like clubs that will tell you like, yeah, we'll let you perform. Just bring 10 people or, or that kind of stuff. Or they want you to go bark or some stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in that show where he worked
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
one
yeah.
fucked
That's
up
exactly
club.
like exactly like that. Those are very real.
Damn.
I've done casinos around that area. It's really old white people. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, man.
Old white people.
Because they'll one thing about anybody, but particularly casino crowds that I love, they'll buy merch.
Yeah.
They buy merch.
That's cool.
Oh no, that white guilt is real. Okay, it is freaking, and if you know what to say, you can take advantage of it. Honestly,
They
like,
definitely
oh,
buy
your
merch.
people are trying really hard. Like, see, yes,
See?
that'll be $40 for that shirt, man.
Like,
You're helping
your
me out.
people?
You're helping my family out.
Dude,
I'm not. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I do like how the scene's becoming though, what it's blossoming into. You feel me? From where it started from.
Oh yeah.
The scene here?
Yeah, because where it
it's
started
amazing.
from, and like, cause I think you're like, if I look, cause Sam always reminds me of that, Sam Butler, how you guys kind of started. Basically, how Moses parted the sea, they were right there. You guys, it was Sun City Comedy. at
No,
one
we
point.
started with Sun City Comedy, and then
Yeah,
it
they
became
started
Laughter
the
Hours.
building blocks of what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like every once in a while, I love Sam, but he always reminds you, hey, back when I started this shit.
How long ago was Sun City Comedy?
2008.
Damn, okay. It's been a minute.
I actually got the assumed name August 8, 2008. I just 888. That's the reason I remember that stupid thing. That's when I started comedy like as a business. So
Yeah.
that's how long I say that I've been doing this.
But it was, I came in the mix because it was him, and then like Laughter Hours.
Yeah, Laughter Hours came
Yeah,
out.
Laughter Hours. He basically, he was building up, man. He had his own production, his shows, he was doing everything else. And then it was funny because
Well, it's what the Chuco Town guys are doing now.
yeah, it's basically
Yeah,
what he was
basically.
doing, bro. It was crazy, like, and we were all like, I was, younger then, and I was just like, oh man, this what's going on, and it was funny because we can talk about it now, but it was like Bloods and Crips of comedy. Everything was broken up. Like,
Really?
At one point, it was. I was with Refried, so it was Refried. It was.
I never, but you knew this. I never said anybody was not allowed. Like, I would never put restrictions. Other people did.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson early on not to do that. Because something that happened to me in another city. Like the same thing. I was doing some shows in another city, and I got a spot at a club at this city, and I showed up. And the guy told me like, "Oh, you're doing this show with this guy? We can let you in,
Yeah,
like."
it was
and
a lot of
I was
crap
like,
like
"That
that.
is the fucking worst thing that." So
Yeah, it's
I
shitty,
came back and I
yeah.
said, like, if you work with it, you're allowed to work with whoever you want. Like, if they tell you shit, it's fine. Like, just know that you're cool.
it was,
That's cool. Yeah,
It was,
fuck that.
It was broken up to factions. It was Laughter Hours. It was Adam Hather's humor.
Yeah.
It was that.
What was it? What?
Hazardous humor,
Hazardous humor.
It was that, and then it was
refresh comedy, and underground comedy.
underground comedy was Jerry's thing. So everything was, and everybody had their cliques, and everybody had their own merch.
Well, and we started with refried comedy, me and
Yeah.
like because I was working with Sam at the time.
Yeah.
And then he started doing that, and that's what Adam started Hazardous. And I'm like, I like what he was doing.
Yeah.
So like, hey, like you should work more with us. So that kind of got up somebody's ass.
Yeah,
so
it was-
then we stopped working with Refried, and we actually started working with Hazardous.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what we're doing the best, like when we
Yeah,
work
it was a
together.
bunch of- I did. They told me, oh, you can't. At first, it's better now. We can talk about the past, but I remember if you do this, then you shouldn't be going. I'm like, I remember I was told like, don't work at the comic strip because I'm like this. I want to work wherever I get stage.
That's what I did. My whole role was working at the comic strip. The only reason I was doing this was to work
Yeah,
at the
I was
only
like, look.
comedy club in the area.
Right.
So that's actually one of the things that kind of stopped me from working with Refried. It was that they started talking shit about that. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And it was.
I do remember though, it was fun because like he would say shit like that to you guys, and I would just to be, because again, I do whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I will gladly burn down things just to prove a point. Because I have.
Fuck yeah.
And I remember doing a show, featuring at a show that we're doing for Refried Comedy and Bass for Butch Bradley, and then finishing that show and then going to the comic strip to host the show there right after that, for jumping from one step to the other and getting no shit from anybody.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's the whole thing. It's just like, private contractor, do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, man, exactly. It was funny.
That's how it should be.
It should be, but it's funny. I hate to describe it this way, but no, I don't hate to describe it. I love to describe it this way. It was like
Now I do.
It was
Now
like
I do.
old school '90s rap labels. It was like Refry was trying to be Death Row. Alice Jr. was Bad Boy. It was just.
I was just trying to make money.
We were trying to-
Honestly.
it was tripped out. I mean, like I don't want to. I guess underground.
Who was
comedy-
doing the best around the time?
Actually,
We were
They were
doing
doing-
good in the front for the local scene.
Yeah,
we were
they
doing
were
good.
really good.
We
Okay.
kept a lot of comedians employed because we kind of branched out. I had an idea at one point. I was like, we're comedians. What can we do that is marketable outside of just stand-up? So like hosting events, like I said, you can talk in front of people. That's something that not a lot of people can do.
Yeah.
So what other things that we can do that are related? So we started doing trivia nights, karaoke nights, and then we did open mics and showcases. So we just started packaging these things and selling them to different bars around
That's
the area.
smart.
we're doing it good.
Yeah.
And at one point, we had probably about 15 venues in a week. So we were doing 2 shows Tuesdays, 2 shows Mondays, 3 shows on Wednesdays.
Damn.
And then I think we only had like our Saturdays were off. And even then, I don't think for a long time. At one point, we were banking it. We were making
They were the best.
good
That was
money.
Great.
They were the bad boy. And
Yeah.
then we were Death Row, and they were like, you know, how the Source Awards where Suge Knight was like this. If you don't want an executive producer, all in the videos, all on record, dancing. We're talking about them. Oh, come to Refried. But don't be going over after hours and stuff. You want everybody all in the video, all up in there doing trivia.
Doing trivia.
Doing trivia and shit. You want all that. You
Oh
go
yeah,
over
because we're
there.
doing videos too at the time. Yeah.
Doing everything. So it was
What kind of videos?
Just like
Sketch stuff?
Yeah, sketches and stuff like that. I think there's still a bunch on the page.
And-
We
yeah.
start producing stuff for Nico at the Q and stuff like that. I was just like kind of testing my stuff to actually what I do now, like what I do for.
That makes sense. Yeah, this.
and you
start
wouldn't have El
somewhere.
Paso's funniest without.
Oh, I read that for 10 years. I just barely
shit.
stopped
El Paso.
last year. I said, we ran it 10 years, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like, I did 10.
yeah, we wouldn't have El Paso's
Who
funniest
else wants
without.
it? Yeah.
That's who started. And you know what's fucking.
You won the last one.
Yeah, it took me like fucking
10 years.
Yeah, you never let me forget that. It took you 10 years.
You know what I mean?
Well, it took you 10 years. Took a while.
But you got it. In fact, it's better. You got the last one, bro. That's
Yeah.
you're the ultimate champion, and there's never gonna be another champion after you. At least under my run, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Do they still do that?
I think it would happen.
They're
this
trying to
year.
do. Chicotan has asked me to, but I told him like, dude, anybody can do this. It's not like I asked for it. I just did it.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do a different version. I want to do the West Texas Funniest,
Oh, okay.
which is the WTF, and it's something that we're probably gonna start next year
It's a
on
great acronym. WTF.
right the WTF, the West Texas Funniest, for the 40th at the comic strip maybe.
Oh,
So like maybe do something
when's the 40th? Is it coming
next year. Yeah,
up? Oh
February
shit!
of next
Yeah,
year.
it's coming up.
Really?
40 years.
That is
Longest
a
running club in Texas. I think one of the longest running clubs in the country at this point.
40 is.
It is a
fucking
long. That
chunk,
is good.
yeah.
40. Damn. Honestly, like one thing about El Paso's funniest, I lost it, but the same year that I lost it, Bart saw me.
That was the second year that we
Second
did
year.
because we did it at the comic strip.
Yes, at the
first one
comic
we did.
strip. I took an L, but Bart was like, "Who's that guy? I want him to host. He's funny." And Gibbs was like, "Hey man, he wants you to host."
That's
so even
cool as
though I
shit.
lost, I still won.
Well, that was the whole point of these contests, that these guys understand when you do these festivals and stuff is, yeah, it's fun to hang out and do these shows. But most of the time it's like you're testing your chops with like these, bookers.
Yeah.
So like when you go do the festivals and stuff, this was just a contest, but at least it was like showcasing, okay, this is what El Paso has to offer. And actually, I'm a lot more comic. You were the first one, but like over the years, a lot of the comics, that's where Bard would see them first. Be like, all right, let's see what else he can do and stuff like that.
yeah, so it was.
Wow,
it
that's
was,
cool as shit.
It worked out in my benefit. Just
Yeah.
taking taking the chance to just go up there, you know?
And I told these guys, like, all you have to do is go ask Bart. If you want to do a show now, like Stretch is doing some shows, like I said, Chukotan is doing shows. Someone like just ask, but come with a plan. Don't just be like, hey, can I have a night? I'm like, no, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to show up with just like.
You know what's amazing about the comic strip? That's really amazing. Like they pay their comics. It's really amazing.
I mean, they do. That's
the amazing part. It's just how they go, hey, you know what, you're doing something, and we're gonna pay you.
Otis, most legitimate establishments, and I say legitimate,
Legitimate.
here, and underlined twice, will pay you for your services.
That's really
I worked for many comedy clubs and comedians. I still do, and all of them, you know. They have you fill these forms. I don't know if you call them. They're W-9s. I don't know if you know. Did you ever?
Yes, I did. With Bart, I did.
Independent contractor.
Yeah.
Usually, they don't even bother me. Like, all right, you better pay me under the table or on drugs because this is not gonna. Like if you have to send an enforcer to get your paycheck, or threaten,
Send Suge Knight.
send Suge Knight.
Well, yeah. Yeah, if you have to continuously ask.
I have to admit, yeah, I actually had a couple of Suge Knight moments with a couple of comics where like some booker didn't want to get paid, didn't want to pay us, and so that one of the other comics did make a big, you know, kind of pull some enforcer kind of stuff, and I am very grateful for it. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, because
It's unfortunate you have to do that.
It's unfortunate,
but
if it
and
had to
again,
get
you don't
done,
want
I
it to
guess.
deal with that because again, you're comedians, and they're like, come on. But if it gets to that, I'm like, I guess
Yeah. Even
it
doing-
worked, right? We got paid.
You got
Exactly.
paid, yeah.
And then you got to be careful with not only, but even doing like bar shows and stuff like that. It's now that I've noticed sometimes in situations, you do a show, I get it. Maybe they're up and coming comics. I get it. You don't want to just give them a shot. But some people that you know are grounded and they're gonna put on a good show for you. Nobody ever just wants to discuss payment.
Well, and a lot of bookers will take advantage of that. I think it's up to each comedian to fucking just know when to ask for that. It is not a bad thing to want to get paid. If somebody's asking you to do something, okay, how much does this pay? Is not a bad question to ask.
Well, because they're getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. Or sometimes you just want to do the time.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, I'm willing to do the time, so I don't even give a damn about pay. But be aware that that's how you came in through the card. So like, if anything bad happens, like that's on you.
Yeah.
Like lately, that's one of the things that I always do at the beginning. How much does it pay? Because I'm done kind of performing for free. I like performing, but not all the time.
Yeah.
And right now, my thing is I like comedy clubs. I love comedy clubs, and that's what I want to do. I'm working on my feature set for comedy clubs anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll do casinos because it's kind of that thing, but other than that, if it's a private party or something, I will make sure that I charge a lot because it's one of those things that are like, I'll do it, but only if the price is right.
Yeah,
If you don't want to pay this, guess what? I don't want to do it. Then it doesn't matter because
So how do you go about getting booked at comedy clubs? Do you have to just know the bookers and send them shit?
knowing people, it's working. Luckily, working at the comic strip here, you get to work with a lot of hosting. You get to work with a lot of comics. I've worked over the last 13 years, work with so many guys that anywhere I go, I can just call, hey, do you know anybody? Or, hey, I'm going here. Can I do you know anybody that's booking?
That makes sense,
Usually that works. Like I'm doing Laugh Factory in April in Long Beach because of some comics that I met that they came down and they saw my stuff and they're like, hey, whenever you're in the area, come down.
That's cool as shit, man.
Yeah.
Have you done San Diego a bunch?
Nope. Oh, I've only done Madhouse in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Maybe twice in the past, but I go, like I said, just
putting in work.
whenever it's a comedy club, I'm there.
Yeah.
What do you need?
That's exactly what I want to be doing.
Yeah. I was just thinking about being proactive. Like how would you just if you didn't have a contact or something?
Oh, well,
You
if
just
you
find
find
out
out
who the
comic, just
booker
do
is?
it. It's emailing the bookers, figuring out having a good set. You send the EPK, send a video. Hey, I'm looking for work. It's better to come recommended from somebody too.
Always,
so
yeah.
that's the like, hey, I work with this. Like, you see them that they work at their club, but like you can contact that. Just ask them, can I use you for reference?
Okay.
That's smart. Yeah. That's cool, man. Have you ever done that? Just reached out? Yeah.
Actually, I just did that. I did it at a couple of clubs. I just did for the Punchline. I performed at the Houston one, but the booker books other stuff. So that's thanks to Adam Dominguez.
Nice.
Man, right there.
So he got me in. So now it's my job. Like, okay, I already performed at the club. I recorded it. So I sent a recording to him. Be like, hey, I already did this. If you have anything else, please let me know. So
The one you were working on when you came over.
yeah.
Yeah. That one looked and sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job on that recording, man. Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, and I try, whenever I'm on the road, I try to record all my sets.
Yeah.
But I need to work on something clean. Like, I feel I'm very free with my...
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Just like right now. But I have to a little bit. I want to...
Like no curse words at all?
Being clean is very marketable, guys. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm all about, hey, let's make some money, okay?
Yeah.
If you can keep at least
Just
PG-13.
another challenge
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, even PG-13, you're good.
Well, also, like, I was getting very comfortable, and I was just cussing. I had to be reminded about, somebody told me, a booker. He was like, hey, man, you dropped the F-bomb quite a bit. Like, no, I didn't. And I go and listen to the set in like 10 minutes. It was like 45 times or 60 times. I'm like, I'm doing this like a lot. It's like, that's a 4 per minute ratio. Like, but I'm being self-aware of it. It's like, all right. I went, from that, I went down to like 20, which was great.
That's good.
Just again,
Yeah,
from
50%.
in comparison, yeah, that's good. And now I did the last one I did I think 3 or 4. But those are, like, I was already thinking about how I was going to do them because, like, okay, I need these. Like, sometimes you just need the right word to accentuate a punchline.
Right.
And sometimes just a fuck in the right place, it just adds, it's perfect.
Extra lemon pepper on the wing, you know?
Extra lemon pepper.
You said the same thing, remember
What?
though? But you said when he looked back when he was doing the podcast, he said, man, I say fuck a lot.
Dude.
He said the same
Yeah.
In a couple of episodes, not all of them,
Yeah,
but
he said
like,
a couple,
yeah,
yeah.
I'll just, every other word is motherfucker and fuck. Like, I'll just describe everything. He's like, this shit, this motherfucking shit, fuck it. Yeah. I'm
Nah,
just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I doing?
I talk like that anyway. Like, actually, my kid just turned like 14, but like before, like maybe until he was 12, I was very careful of what I said around him. Like, I was like, I don't want him to be blamed for him having a filthy mouth. But then he plays video games, and one time I showed up, he didn't think I was listening. I heard what he was saying, and I'm like, oh, you don't need my help in the cussing department. Like, video games have trained you well. I heard a couple of N-words in there a couple of times. I'm like, whoa, this is, damn, you're advanced.
Yeah, online, they be
But
going
that
at
also
it.
kind of opened me up to be like, oh, then I don't give a shit about what I say in front of you. Like, I've heard worse things from your mouth.
Because online, they be going at it.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, they say gnarly shit on
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was like, oh my
That's
God.
crazy. Yeah.
But that, ever since I stopped, I've been cussing more. Like, so I do have to. And it's just, again, you want to be, like you said, PG-13. It's like, it's okay to cuss if it's not, if it's, again, accentuates the punchline. There's sometimes that you just do need the right word. Like, there's a couple of jokes that I do that I've tried different words, but that could just fuck, it just adds to the whole joke. I don't know who the fuck that was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you're talking about. I know what shit you're talking about.
Exactly. That was specifically that I've worded every other way, and if I don't say it like that, it doesn't have the same pop.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, especially with that one.
What about like dick jokes and shit? Pussy jokes.
I think
Still
that's
say
low
dick?
hanging fruit.
Yeah, it is.
I that's one thing with comics. That's the first thing that always comes. Pussy and dick jokes is like, or gay jokes. That's usually the one thing when comedians start joking. It always just dwells into that. Like, come on, can we?
Yeah.
I feel like the better they get, it gets kind of weeded out of their set.
Yeah. Don't forget the black jokes. Everybody got to throw a black joke in there.
Well, those are classic though. We can't.
I'm sure they are. Everybody can throw a black joke in there.
Whoa. Let's not go too far. Okay.
That's the topic.
That's not low-hanging fruit. It's just hanging.
Damn.
Fuck out of here.
Just like
Fuck
fruit.
that. That's everybody's go-to. Hey man, you're black, right? You have a big
that one.
Everybody does that. Everybody like, oh, you're black, right? I like how they point out to the crowd and tell a black dude that he's black. Hey man, you're African American, right? No shit, dumbass. Come on, man. Fuck outta here.
I'm Chinese. What?
I'm Native American.
Yeah, at least they say big dick when they talk about black people. Anytime they say Asian people.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, dude. Unfortunate. But you guys always say smart though. There's intelligence attached to it.
I'd rather have a big dick. You're really good at math. Yeah.
Well, I know what 10 inches is.
It's not that much math going on, apparently.
Oh man, I can't anymore.
Okay, I take it back. This was still hilarious. It's not low-hanging fruit. That's why we go there, because they're fucking hilarious, guys. Yes.
So, I guess would you just change them into like fucking innuendos instead of?
Yeah, good ones. Oh, that's one thing that I do like when on the road, like with comics, like with going to like places. There's a lot of comics. Is like it's always. You're always on. You're always like, okay, who has the next? Who's gonna say the next funniest thing?
Yeah, it's always like that.
And then coming back to like the non-road, that always like brings me down because like my brain's still wired like that. So I'm talking to regular people and they don't. It's like it's not the same. Oh, I forget that. Yeah,
It's not, bro. I totally agree with that.
I'm all thinking about the joke. Meanwhile, they're trying to be serious about something, and all I can think of it is like, oh, that would be funny if I said this right here.
Yeah.
But I can't because I'd be insensitive to make a suicide joke right now. You know.
You get in HR talking about, well, I was just telling a joke, and my friends laugh.
Yeah, and then they get
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
they start to get annoyed if everything you're saying is just a punchline to fucking some dumb shit they said.
Yeah, man. So people just.
My sister gets annoyed.
Yeah.
She be saying stuff, man. Earlier today, she was talking about something how fucking mom cooked fish or some shit, and I was just like, smells like your pussy. I didn't say it.
Is that why you're mad? Because it smells like you. Smells like you.
I was like, it always smells like fish in here.
Are you sure?
Oh shit.
But I had to hold back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's being a comedian is like you can't have normal conversations with people anymore. Not normal.
Not with everybody.
Not
at least.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like people you consider normal, you can't. Like I look for a comedian in the room now. When I walk into a room, I look comedian. Anybody else? Comedian?
I hate it.
Dog.
I hate it. Yeah, no, that's the worst.
Yeah. You ever do that when you run and you see another comedian like, oh, thank God. You start running. Hey man, what's going on, man? You're like, thank God I can have a conversation.
It's the wrong community. Like, never mind.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Oh man.
Might as well talk to somebody that's not a comic. Aussie.
I was thinking that same fucking thing, bro. I just didn't say it.
You guys are so fucked up. But there's some people, no matter comic or not, that just have a conversation. I just don't relate to them.
Dude, I pissed off one of my clients. I've been working on his sleeve for a minute.
What?
Yeah, I was tattooed. Well, because it started hurting him, right? So he'd start making all these sounds and shit, and then every fucking thing was just like a joke out of my face, like, you know, calling him pussy or saying some fucking shit. And then after a while, he's
Come
like,
on, you pussy. Come on.
After a while, he's just like, just stop.
Take it. Just fucking take it.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
Dude.
I'm sorry, you. Anyway.
Well, man, you basically, I mean, you're joking. You're basically calling him a bitch as he getting Stop
Kinda,
being a bitch, dog.
It was all shit, like, is that what your mom says? Is that, you know, it's fucking just shit. And yeah, after a while, he's getting annoyed because it was also, like, hurting him.
You're hurting me. Oh, you don't know my feelings. I'm sorry.
Both.
Dude, being ultra sensitive in that position is fucking crazy, bro.
Do you want me to finish it or not? Jeez. Stop being such a pussy. I can't. I talk all this shit. I have no tattoos. That's what
Me
I'm
neither. I can't.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm an empty canvas. So I
know.
can't.
I'm here ironically in this tattoo shop. Guys.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Maybe one day, man.
Oh no, I want to get into heaven. I'm sorry.
Damn, okay.
I may marry a
You know
Jewish
that's
girl
not
one
happening.
day.
We've seen your set.
Yeah, I like that.
At the most purgatory, you ain't going. It's gonna be an empty room. Like, imagine purgatory was like that. Where you're just like in a room where nobody laughs at your jokes, but you had to continuously keep doing your set on a repetitive basis.
Like you're trying to sneak
You
into
thought
heaven.
about that hell before having it. You're like, oh my god.
Imagine that's purgatory for a comic.
Yeah,
He's up there like
I
this.
think it'd be worse is like if it's an open mic that you're like 45th and you have to sit there as the crowd gets thinner and thinner until all that's left is one person.
It's just a janitor.
And yeah.
It's just like this.
It's Ozzy.
No, you mean hell, that's what.
No, he'd be the first comic and he kills.
Oh.
This is hell, remember? Anyway.
Imagine that.
That is my punishment. That is gonna be my hell. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom, guys. Where's the bathroom?
Oh, right there. The restroom sign.
Here, I'm gonna leave this mic here. So
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That'd be funny if you took it in.
You hear him, and then talking shit.
Somebody drank a gallon.
Oh, we're already at an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We can probably wrap it up.
Dude, it was nice. This
Yeah, it
what I'm
was.
talking about,
This,
man.
I think this is gonna be an entertaining one.
Hell yeah, bro. Look at. See, man. And we got Ant this Saturday, bro. I'm gonna try to get. Well, I know Bro and Mo was talking about.
We're doing it this Saturday.
Yeah, cause you said I know. Now we got a mic Friday, Thursday.
Oh
we
yeah,
got a
no,
mic.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
it. I just wasn't sure if it was this or next.
This Saturday if you want to do
Okay,
it.
so
Just
we're
knock it
doing
out.
two
Yeah.
and one.
Who want to knock it out? Cause I don't, just to do it.
Okay.
If it's cool with you. If you're busy Saturday, then
No, I'm not busy.
Okay.
We have like 3 episodes in the bank. That's why. So I need to drop 2 probably in 1 week then.
You know what? I just want us to.
Yeah, so they're not so far behind.
Yeah. Then also we have all the all this footage so we're consistent. And
Yeah.
Then,
And I'm slowing down with the fucking editing shit too, because it's like so much.
I know, man. It's a lot on your plate. Like I said, like I know you're putting in a lot of work, man. But I just want to know, like, we have a whole arsenal just full of fucking.
You know, it's easy to put the audio one up. That one's cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up quick. It's fucking like, it's on every platform.
Nice.
The video one takes a little bit because I just gotta edit. And even that's not that hard. Editing the clips is what fucking is like, just takes time consuming. I gotta go through the whole thing, find the clip.
No, I want to help you
the
do that
damn
too,
thing.
Doc. I want to schedule stuff. I want to get stuff moving. That's
Yeah.
what you told me. Like this, you take. I'm like, say less.
The Morpheus chair, bro.
You might well, dog. You walk like that. We were walking in San Antonio, the Riverwalk.
back hurts.
He's like this, like Morpheus. My back hurts, you asshole. I'm like, I'm just saying, man.
Because I walk with my hand behind my back, so like it arches her back like this.
But he was walking like Morpheus the whole time, bro.
Like,
I was
give
like,
me
this-
shit.
doing the Morpheus walk, bro. All you need was that long ass leather coat that Morpheus wears.
Right?
I mean, I do have one of those coats, by the way.
See that? It's ironic how you walk like that and you have a jacket like that. Is that coincidence? I think not. Enough said.
Think not. Should we just wrap this up? We'll just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's already
Put,
an hour.
put a condom on it, bro. Thank you.